All right, well, it is my great pleasure to welcome you to the 1st and 2nd Street Bike Lanes Project ribbon cutting ceremony. How cool is that? Yeah. All right. Well, we are very fortunate. We have an awesome selection of speakers for you tonight. The first one leading us off is Councilmember Janet Miller. Let's hear it for Councilmember Janet Miller.
Well, greetings, everyone. It's a great day to be a bicyclist in Wichita. So, I've been on the council for 6 years now, and sometime early in that tenure, her name was Wilkie then, Mim Wilkie McKenzie came and talked to me about this great idea of having a bike and pedestrian advisory board. And I said, well, that is a really great idea, but what would they advise us on? We're really not doing anything. I said, first we need to get something going. We've got to get something going. And my partner in crime, Levanta Williams, and I, we really wanted to move forward the bicycling infrastructure and pedestrian infrastructure in Wichita. And there was not much happening, although there was a pilot project, which today's work is a continuation of. But very shortly after that, our director of planning at the time came up with some grant funding, which ultimately led to the development of the master bicycle plan, which we have today, which is now resulting in extraordinary leaps forward of bicycling infrastructure in our community. So we have gone, we, not me, you all. Oh, and around that time, there was also some fledgling efforts about a thing called, well, the first one was called Bike, Walk, Roll Wichita, and that kind of went a little ways. And then pretty soon, Barry Carroll came along and said, let's do a Bike, Walk Alliance. Okay, who all here, does anybody here know what Barry Carroll's middle name is? Lane. Barry Carroll's middle name is Lane. Bike Barry, Bike Lane, Carroll. And so he got the alliance started. We had the plan going. It's been adopted. We now have a council that is unanimous on supporting biking infrastructure in this community. Granted, we have a long way to go. But man, from 2009 to where we are today, we have just gone leapfrogging, and we have a lot of committed staff. I would be remiss if I didn't point out Scott Wadle. Yeah. And after Scott got through with Paul Gunzelman, our street engineer, traffic engineer, woo! Talk about your conversions. Well, I don't know. Paul, his heart may have already been a bike lane bicyclist kind of guy. But anyway, we are at such a good place today that it's a wonderful opportunity to celebrate. And we today want to mention a few things about these 1st and 2nd Street bike lanes. I'm probably talking to the choir here. You could all enunciate these points, but I'll do it for us. These bike lanes are fabulous for a number of reasons. One, they help improve the quality of life for our Wichita residents, many of whom live and work right in this very area. This project is another example of the city's continuing commitment to making our community healthier. Thank you to Mim McKenzie and the Health and Wellness Coalition and the Health Alliance, who've pushed us forward in this effort. This project expands connections for people who want to bicycle, especially to and through downtown. How many of you actually do some commuting for work? Yes. How many of you ride for recreation? Yes, everybody. You're awesome. These bike lanes connect 4 existing bikeways and expand the bicycle network. And this is like one of the first times we can actually talk about connecting pieces, and we can say we have a network of bike lanes. And this project definitely helps us begin the implementation of our 10-year bicycle master plan, who we have the chair of the advisory board who oversees implementation of the plan, Jack Brown. So there he is. What's your middle name? No. Need to come up with one. Yeah. Path. As everybody here knows, Wichita competes with other communities every day in a lot of ways, and many of them have been recognizing the importance of this kind of infrastructure, and you can name them: Tulsa, Oklahoma City, Omaha, Topeka, Kansas City. They've all been making investments in their infrastructure. But these lanes today show us that with what we're doing here and the ones that are to come very soon, Wichita now too is making those same kinds of investments, which are extremely important because they help strengthen the local economy, they expand our transportation options, improve health, decrease air pollution, and make our neighborhoods more vibrant. Next, I would like to invite my special friend and colleague on the council and someone who has been equally enthusiastic about bicycling and pedestrian access in Wichita, Councilmember Levanta Williams.
Thank you, Janet. Isn't it exciting today? I am so excited about this. When I came to the council straight out of the Wichita Public Schools, I was a physical education teacher at that time. So when I came onto the council to know that we did not have complete streets, that we did not have paths that were used for bicycling, walking, and the sorts, that was something that was truly near and dear to me. So even when we went out to conferences and workshops, and they would talk about complete streets and all of the things that went with complete streets, and I would come back sometimes and I'd get a little bit depressed because I'd say, we need those complete streets. And we said, as a city, we've been completing streets for years and years and years. So we have come a long way, Paul Gunzelman. You know that. It's exciting today. I'm really, really enjoying this. And let me tell you how we got here. A lot of people have been working for many, many years to get to this point. This is an opportunity to celebrate partnerships and reflect on how we got here. It has taken us almost 10 years to get to this point. In 2009, Chris Carrier, who was the late Public Works and Utilities Director, worked to install the 1st and 2nd Street bike lanes to I-135, and we did that as a pilot project. I don't think our community even knew how to drive on them. In 2010, the recommendation for bike lanes on 1st and 2nd Street was endorsed by the City Council as part of the Downtown Master Plan. In 2011, a steering committee was formed to guide the creation of the Wichita Bicycle Master Plan. The 2013 plan provided the guidance and the vision for a citywide bicycle network, including 1st and 2nd Street bike lanes. Then we get to 2013, when this group called the Health and Wellness Coalition of Wichita, that thinks they can do and they can push for anything they want, did push for it, Becky, and partnered with the city of Wichita to fund the creation of the bike lane designs. In 2013 as well, KDOT awarded nearly $150,000 to help fund the construction of the bike lanes. As you all know, details do matter, and from early planning through the final designs in 2015, many different volunteers have helped to review the 1st and 2nd Street bike lanes. I would like to say personally right now, thank you to the Wichita residents. You have been an important part of this process. Business owners along the way, thank you for understanding that this is something that we need. Neighborhood associations, we heard you out there, and we want to make sure that you are thanked as well. Advisory board members, we couldn't do this without you, so thank you so much. And all of our other partners, and thank you as the residents and the important people of Wichita, the Alliance, the Bike Walk Alliance, Barry Lane, who has been pushing and pushing. Thank you so much. And finally, thank you to the staff, because we could not have done this had the staff not listened and understood what we were asking for. So now it's come to the point where if we design a street, we're looking, can the bike lanes be incorporated here? Is this something we need to look at to make sure that we're doing this the correct way? That's the way our city should be looking at things. And in closing, just remember, as Albert Einstein said, life is like riding a bicycle. In order to keep your balance, you must keep moving. So we must keep moving in order to add more lanes, and people can ride all the way to Andover, and people can ride clear from the west side of town over to the east. We're not done yet. We can't stop and sit back on our laurels and say we've done a good job. There is still so much work to do. And hopefully you've had an opportunity to see some of the Redbud path, which is going to be great as we go into the Andover area. I'm looking forward to that. So that is one path, I think, and I hope that we recreate across the city, because it tells the story as you ride your bike. Speaking of moving forward, I guess I will hand this over to Jack Brown, and he is the chair of the Wichita Bike and Pedestrian Advisory Board. Thank you all for being here.
Thank you, Councilmember Williams. Jack Brown with the Advisory Board. We advise the council on different projects, of which this has been one of them, and we're very proud progress that the council and the staff has made. Paul and Scott are here, and we really appreciate their efforts. But I'm especially excited about the benefits from this project. So is he, because of four main points. It'll help improve our overall health, help strengthen our community, connect our community, and improve transportation options. These bike lanes represent an opportunity and encouragement for active transportation, biking and walking. As many of you probably know, the Surgeon General has indicated that one of the most important things that people of all ages can do is to be active. And here in Sedgwick County, both obesity and diabetes have been identified as some of the top health issues in our city and county. This project and others that I hope to follow will give us another option for being able to get out, move around, exercise, and provide activity. Bike lanes help our economy, particularly down here in the Old Town area, through the shops that are close to the biking lanes. Helps. Studies have shown that shoppers tend to commute and ride bikes shop at those shops. Young professionals, millennials, are looking to locate in places where they have more transportation options. A bicycle network in Wichita makes it more attractive for that group. Bike lanes, as I said, help local business and provide those options for transportation. Bike lanes help connect the community, connect neighborhoods. People on bikes also provide eyes on the street, which can contribute to more community safety. So bike lanes improve transportation options. Now you can walk, bus, bike, or drive to your destination, and having multiple transportation options helps us be a more dynamic, viable community. I really do appreciate the work that the council and staff has done, and I'll turn it over now to Mim.
Well, it is a great pleasure to be here today. 10 years ago when we came to council and asked them to be a part of this dream and this thought, again, Janet did question us on it, and I thought, wow, this is going to be a long road. And it was, but isn't it worth it? We just want to thank you for being involved, and if you are thankful for where we are today, we ask that you email, call, write to your council members. Make sure that they know that you support this. Make sure that they know that you want more, and make sure that you thank them for investing in their health and their safety when out on the roads. Thank you very much for being here tonight and celebrating this great occasion in Wichita. Jeff?
I'm Jeff Fleur at Downtown Development, and I really just want to thank you for your tenacity to make this happen. I mean, this is about city building, and this is about creating a great, vibrant city. I mean, we've got the Love ICT van over here behind me. We've got chalk on the sidewalks. You're out here tonight. Our streets are getting narrower because now we have the bike lanes, which is awesome. And there's so much life that's happening in our downtown. And I want to thank the council. I mean, part of this is the vision. I mean, we did set out to do a master plan development 5 years ago. We did that. And now more residents are moving in. I know a number of you all are residents already. 842 more residents are coming in as far as units. I mean, this downtown is changing. It's not the same city it was 5 or 6 years ago. And it your vision and your willingness to make it happen. And Scott, I started with Scott this morning at 7:30. He came into the meeting riding his bicycle. I really tried to convince him to stay in his, he was going to talk to our board about tonight. And I couldn't convince him to stay in his shorts and everything, but he is committed. This guy is committed to making things happen. So let's give Scott another applause here. The other guy is, we have been picking on Paul tonight, and I will tell you, I've gone from here to Portland with Paul and other trips. He gets it, and he understands. And I tell you, he has been helping us really break through how things have traditionally been done to how we really want to see them happen today, too. The other person is Scott Knable. I don't think Scott's here tonight, but Scott, he is tirelessly working to create a great downtown for this community. So thank you for your time. Thank you for your investment in our city. Thank you for being a part of tonight and what we're going to be doing in the future. I stand between you and the man, Scott, so I'm going to step down now. But thank you again. Scott?
Great. Thank you very much, Jeff. Thank you, everybody. Just a couple quick notes. I want to make sure to thank, he's been mentioned multiple times tonight, but you need to know he is the city project manager for this project, Mr. Paul Gunzelman. Woo! Yeah! Also want to do a quick shout out to Mr. Joe Pager with maintenance. Woo! Yeah! We also want to do a shout out to the firm that did the designs on this. That's Trans Systems. I don't believe any of them were able to be here tonight, so we'll move right along. We'll give them a round of applause with the construction firm. I think these guys are famous on Facebook. Have you seen the guys from Traffic Control Services? You should check out the Bike Walk Wichita website, their Facebook page. They're all over it. So let's give them a round of applause. All right, well, everyone, that concludes the festivities for tonight. Thank you very much. Thanks for coming out. Enjoy those bike lanes. 1, 2, 3.